I've got two of the members today of Blacklist down in the wine cellar. It's the day of the release of their album. Well done, man, I've got to say, Damien and Marcus, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel to finally get it out there?
Good. Awesome, man. It's been a long time, so, you know.
How long since the inception of Blacklist as an entity?
I think it's about 4 years, I think.
Really?
3 years it's taken. As Blacklist, I think the name, we switched the name over, I think, at Homegrown. Can't remember what it was. It's been a long time though.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it has been long.
And so the lineup for the band now is you've kind of gone back to the start of the original band, right?
Yeah.
So you've got Carl on deck. So tell us about the lineup at the moment.
Yeah, well, we got Gareth and Carl back in, so 4 of the original members.
Yeah.
And it's good having them back. You know, they bring in all that kind of hip hop influence back in.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of keys and samples and bit of scratching.
It's kind of weird when you sort of go through, when you do your first album and things go bad inside the band, you don't know how to handle it and the wheels fall off. You soon realise pretty quick that you shouldn't mess with the formula. And
right, yeah.
the formula's back now, so it's nice. It's been really cool.
Oh, that's wicked. So tell me about the actual album itself. I mean, I guess, you know, you've been all together for quite some time now, so lyrically I'm guessing the content's going to change a little bit, or do you still have the same kind of themes running through it?
No, lyrically the content is, the aggression and stuff's still there, the intent and stuff's still there, but I think the actual content of what I'm singing about has probably changed.
Okay, so that's changed a little bit maybe.
Yeah.
I suppose. Older and wiser, you've learned a few lessons.
Yes. No, it is interesting, you know, because one thing you do learn though is honesty is probably the most important thing about writing a song.
Must be quite hard then doing an album when you're a little bit older. You've got other commitments and it's not like you can just focus on the band if you've got partners and children and all that kind of thing. How did you deal with that?
I think we're quite lucky to have the partners we do have. They're really supportive. Our families are great.
Wicked.
And I think we're in the position with our jobs as well where we could, you know, work around it. So
excellent. That's lucky.
It is hard to juggle though. You know, there's when we were recording the album, I was tracking vocals, and you know, some days you're doing like an 18-hour day, you know, and getting up at 6 a.m. the next morning and going to work, and it's hard yakka. You know, like it's really hard yakka.
Must be strange to be doing vocals and you're screaming something and then turning around going to work going, oh hello, you know, and having to change personas almost. Yeah,
it's really weird. Like because we were doing quite long days in the studio. You know, I did blow my voice out a little bit at points and stuff, and I'd gone to work the next day and I couldn't talk, which is really hard when your job is communicating, you know. So, yeah, that was it was a struggle, but it was good.
So going back to co-producing, who actually was the other co-producer with you guys?
Hayden Taylor. He's the in-house engineer at York Street. So.
Oh, cool. So it was done at York Street?
Yeah. Keep it local.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's rad.
Yeah.
And then, so for touring the album, what are we looking at?
September, we start touring September the 28th.
Yeah.
Out at NZOWN in West Auckland, and it runs right through October. So we go everywhere. We are doing Rewaka, Christchurch, Hamilton, Mount Maunganui, Mangawai, Auckland, Hamilton, you name it. Dunedin. Yeah, we're going everywhere.
So tell me about the actual songs itself. And you just released a song called Home. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I guess from a lyrical point of view, Home, we were away on Waiheke writing songs together about a year and a half ago, and that song just sort of came about, and we're all obviously away from our families and stuff, and it all just sort of fell into place. Marcus played a little lick. I remember exactly where I was sitting and where he was sitting, and he played it, and then I sang something, and before you know it, it's turned into a song.
That sounded very romantic.
It was
Remember where I was sitting and what I was doing?
I was picturing it, with Waiheke and the dolphins.
I was sitting, I was looking out the doors, and I could see the ocean, I could see Marcus on the couch, I could see it clear as day.
Sun was setting and everything, I'm
The
sure.
sun was coming up actually, we were up at dawn.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool, so that's obviously like it's a softer track.
Yeah.
So on the album you've got a mixture of everything, would you say?
It's sort of everything. One of the analogies I use, it's not schizophrenic, but it's definitely twists and turns all the way through.
Cool.
Yeah, it's I think we threw the rule book out, eh?
Yeah, man. The album to me is like, it's quite a journey. There's ups and downs, and it's pretty emotional.
Right, well we're going to go check out your video clip for Home. In the meantime, so if we want to go and find out info about your tour and the like, just Facebook, Blacklist on Facebook.
Blacklist.co.nz.
Yeah, Blacklist, one word, 2 T's, .co.nz.
I like that you keep the 2 T's, that's cool.
Yeah,
Totally. And I've got to say before we go into the song Home, congratulations, #1 on iTunes on the day of release.
Yes, awesome.
Awesome. Big things ahead for Blacklist. Let's go check out their video for Home right now.